I do as I rise up is count my blessings. Say, first thing you should do as you rise up is count your blessings. Cause every new day under the sky is a blessing. Yeah. And you're surely blessed if you have life. Ain't no guessing. Yo, I want you hear me like the radio. Want you see what I'm saying like a video. Understand me clearer than stereo.
Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. We're focusing on the second cohort of the Youth Aquaculture Project, courtesy My DNS. Joining us in studio this morning, we have a panel of beautiful ladies. Firstly, we're joined by Ramona Bathwaite, Technical Coordinator and Project Management, Kerry Griffith, Technical Coordinator of Student and Stakeholder Engagement, and Sheil Williams, Student. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us this morning. It's a pleasure to have you all on. And I know that you're all working so hard and are quite eager to talk about this. But Ramona, let's start with you. Can you provide an overview of the Youth Aquaculture Project?
Sure. So the Youth Aquaculture Project was born through a visit in 2022 with the Honorable Minister Foster Cummings. He led a delegation to Ghana where they embarked on a journey to foster cooperation in the agricultural sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Through that visit, they've realized that we can collaborate and cooperate in fish farming in Trinidad and Tobago, and so the Aquaculture Project was born. The Aquaculture Project is a one-year full-time training program where we train and equip our students in theoretical and practical knowledge required to manage and maintain their own aquaculture farming enterprises.
Okay, excellent. Kerry, let's bring you into the conversation. Good morning again.
Good morning.
Who are the key stakeholders and partners in this Youth Aquaculture Project?
So we have a diverse array of partners involved in the project. So the main one and our main partner is the University of the West Indies, Faculty of Food and Agriculture. But throughout the program, we also provide the students with a variety of training and certification from 8 different agencies such as NEDCO, NAMDEVCO, the Cipriani College of Labor and Cooperative Studies, the Caribbean Fisheries Training and Development Institute. We also give them life skills training and also training with our cooperative development division.
Excellent. How are participants selected?
Well, they are selected once they are between the ages of 16 to 35, but from across the country, if you have a interest in agriculture, it works in your favor as well, but from any background.
From any background.
Yes.
So is there a process like when you apply, do you have to fit a certain criteria? Perhaps I guess, you know what, I'll speak to you about this, Sheil. Sheil, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
So what made you decide to participate in the aquaculture cohort?
Okay, so I've been exposed to aquaculture before. However, I wanted to learn more about actually designing systems and learning to manage the systems so that it would be successful. I saw the ad on social media and I applied.
So when you applied, you just sent your information and that was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they get back to you within a reasonable time too.
And what was the experience like?
Thus far, it's been a really good mix of theory and practical. It's been an experience that has built on my previous knowledge, so I'm very grateful for that. We've had the opportunity to actually construct our own systems. We've visited established field sites, so we get that hands-on experience of what it's like to operate and manage a system.
Sounds like quite a lot of training and support, particularly. Either Ramona or Kerry, can you share with us what sort of training and support is received by the participants?
Sure. Oh, go ahead.
So, all right. So they receive training in water quality management. They receive training in fish hatchery operations, broadstock management and biosecurity, entrepreneurial development. I know Kerry mentioned the agencies in which we work with. So through NAMDEVCO, they receive good manufacturing practices. Through NEDCO, they receive their entrepreneurial development. Through Cipriani Labor College, they learn about the enterprises of a corporation, how to manage and function with their own corporation. I'm missing the CFTDI. They learn fish hatchery operations, and special. So it's a lot.
There's a lot.
They learn a lot. It's additional. So along with the main certification at the University of the West Indies, we've also added additional certification and partnered with additional agencies throughout the year so that they can support and manage themselves as they go on. Because it's not just about giving them the tools, it's about them being able to manage and sustain what they've learned throughout the time and after.
I like the fact that you mentioned being able to sustain afterwards. It's something that is so important. So how does the project actually ensure that sustainability and long-term impact particularly?
So through so when they establish their own their cooperatives, because of the training they've received before, we also, our third component, which I'm not sure if so we have 3 components in the project.
Yes,
right?
Let's go.
The first component is our training, which Shale spoke about, the 1-year intensive program.
Right.
The second component is our infrastructural development, where they're able to establish their own cooperatives in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, and the Ministry of Education. And our third component is our business advisory and support services.
Okay.
So this is how we ensure their sustainability. We provide the technical assistance required for their marketing, management, production, value chain analysis, so that they know they are supported along the way. They receive these services through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service and all the divisions that fall under our ministry.
Wow, this is absolutely fantastic. Sheila, I can only imagine how much you're absorbing and how much you're enjoying this as well. Kerry, let's come to you for a quick moment. How would you say this project benefits the local community and environment?
Well, the project is very holistic, and some of the main benefits is we want to create a strong cadre of more or less aquaculture farmers that are capable of owning and sustaining their own aquaculture enterprises. We also want to create a series of agribusiness opportunities and entrepreneurs in the field of agriculture. We aim to increase the productivity and prosperity of our youth. So once you involve them, it will be looking for a chain reaction process. So you help a student, they create their own enterprises, they become employers, and then they employ they would first engage their families, and then they would go to the communities after. So we are creating a series of agribusiness entrepreneurs that one will help the other, and it will have a ripple effect.
Now, speaking about creating businesses, Ramona, how is this project funded particularly? What are the main sources of financial support?
To finance this project, well, it's a project by the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and so it's financed by the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, Sheila, let's bring you back into the conversation. What would you say is one of the most rewarding part of this experience thus far?
I'd say the most rewarding part is definitely the hands-on experience, because knowledge without application is just wasted knowledge. And having that holistic approach to learning has definitely been rewarding.
And it sounds like it's been very rewarding, and it sounds like you're all putting in quite a lot of work, to say the least as well. And maybe we can touch very briefly, Kerry, if you could share with us some of the success stories of students who have, or notable experiences by those who've been in this so far.
We actually have a lot of success stories coming out of the program, and well, they will be graduating soon in September, but right now you could already see a lot of our students, they are starting to own and operate their own businesses. They're using the training they get from places like NEDCO. They're submitting business proposals, they're looking for grant funding. We have students who do ornamental fishing, we have students who do pesticides, we have students who they run their miniature at home tilapia farming and all these things. And we also have our upcoming Sheila, who I think we have a lot of faith invested in her for her prosperity and productivity.
So I just need to ask, what's ornamental fishing?
Oh, sorry, that's more or less these small at-home fish you'd have in your aquarium at home.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Ramona, what is in the future for the Youth Aquaculture Project?
Well, as it stands today, we are taking it 1 year at a time.
Okay.
So we are just taking our second cohort in September. That is why we're here to promote and encourage you to come and be a part of this cohort. So we are hoping that every year, hopefully, we can make this impact and encourage you to be a part of this aquaculture project.
Excellent. And this is something I think I will position to you, Kerry. Any advice you would give to communities and organizations who are looking to start something similar to this?
I think you can reach out to us. We have a lot of experts on our team now. We have a lot of upcoming student experts, and we'd love for them to invest their skills and knowledge that they would have learned throughout the program into the community. So reach out to us. We support as best as we can, and our students, they could guide and lead with the knowledge that they've been imparted thus far.
So this is absolutely fascinating. It sounds like you have a really big team as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, no.
No?
No, it's a
Very small.
It's a small team, but we are supported by the ministry.
Okay.
We are supported by all divisions of the ministry. So essentially, it's a small team, but a big impact. The Honorable Minister Foster Cummings, the head of the ministry, our line minister, also is very hands-on in the project.
Okay.
So it's a small team, but a great impact.
So as you mentioned, the project itself, the structure is it's a year long, yes?
Yes.
Anything else in particular that we need to know about the structure of the project?
Well, it's a year-long, full-time. So our first cohort started last year, September. They'll be graduating in around August, September this year. We'll be intaking in September again.
Okay.
They have, after the year-long component of the program, they receive a certificate in tropical aquaculture production and management from the University of the West Indies. In addition to all the certification that they will receive, it is stipend-based. The full tuition is paid by the government. So it's a more or less fully funded program. We hold your hand from start to finish, after as well, and there are a lot of options and opportunities.
Oh, this is absolutely excellent. So my final question this morning is, where can we get more information, Ramona?
We can get more information on our website, www.mydns.gov.tt, and on you can call our phone numbers
612-9367, extension 6223. And also visit our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at MyDNSTT.
Excellent. Well, Ramona, Kerry, and Sheil, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All the best to you and your tiny but definitely mighty team as you take on another cohort, and I'm sure there are many more to come. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. The Youth Aquaculture Project launching their second cohort. You can get more information at mydns.gov.tt. And stay tuned, because the Now Morning Show is not over yet. We'll be back.
First thing I do as I rise up is count my blessings. Say, first thing you should do as you rise up is count your blessings.